Welcome back, guys, to another vid. I'm going to be showing you a sweaty game I had in the 260 and a pretty decent game. So, as you guys know, I recently got the 279E, and of course, after the nerf. And I can definitely say that the 260 is a much better tank in general. The 279E is kind of hard to play. You have to play it very specifically. But I'll talk more about that later. Where this tank, not so much. This tank you can kind of side scrape in, hold down. It's pretty good. It just has the tiny cupola. If you wiggle around, it makes it very hard for the enemy to hit you. And we are on, I believe this is Ruinberg. Yep. This tank is probably my favorite comp tank to play. In general, we bounce that because, Space Armor here on the enemy 260, he's going to be playing in a very aggressive position, which I find very interesting. So, what do we have? What are we up against here? So we've got quite a couple of heavies that we're going to be facing off of. They've got a Waffenträger E100, which is also known as, I forget what they actually call it here. I'm trying to find it. The Phoenix. And he actually does shoot us once, which is unfortunate. There he is. So yeah, very interesting as well how they added the Waffenträger back into the game, but am I surprised? No. I've actually heard, big rumor, but I've actually heard they're supposed to resell it as well in the in-game shop, so that's going to be very interesting to see again. I don't know for how much, but I believe last time it was worth like $400 worth of gold, which is just insanity. I can't really do much here. We're going to lose East very soon, I notice, and there's not much I am able to do at the moment. And don't worry about that. That was just a lag spike that you're seeing. Even though I'm recording this, it'll still show it in the replay because that's what actually happened. So very interesting to see. But I'm honestly kind of surprised that Town died. Town is just not being really aggressive. I mean, we have most of our team here, as you can see. They have the IS-7, 260, and their 200 are moving up. And at the moment, it's just our Conqueror to defend that. I'm going to try to help our Conqueror there, as you guys can see, and hopefully I'm able to get some damage and kind of cover our rear, because at the moment there's not really anyone doing that. They're all just kind of playing with all the other enemies in the town, so I just have to be kind of patient here, wait for something to happen. And this was actually on stream too, by the way. This was on yesterday's stream, so if you guys want to watch the live version, it's the very last battle of yesterday's stream. So if you're interested in that, you can watch it if you want. So far, sorry for the voice cracks. So far, slowly racking up some damage, not much. Just kind of being patient. I guess I could maybe be kind of aggressive where our Conqueror is, but I'm afraid of them coming all the way from the A-line. Because if you look there, they can easily get a pincer or some easy shots on us. But thankfully, I decided to turn around and help our Badger since nothing else is happening. Well, a good chunk of our team actually is starting to turn back now. The only thing I have to really be careful here is the Waffenträger. That is a very, very deadly tank, of course. The type does fire, and I'm going to try to kill him, and we do end up finishing him off for our first kill. So not a terrible start. Kind of lost a little bit of HP more than I would like. The 60 TP is video gaming, and we do get a lucky track shot from the 60 TP. So just kind of have to be careful too of the Yo that's down there. He's not really a threat at the moment unless he starts poking. But I'm decided to try to turn around now. Badger also decides the same thing. And I wanted to kind of go back around again and see if there's something I can do. But instead, I'm going to try to help our Caro again, because he could use it. And I know his gun handling is pretty bad. So I can deal with this 60 TP a lot easier than the Caro can, at least. Even 100, he probably can just fine, but he is going to bleed to the Yo, which is unfortunate. But that Yo is going to get a little bit griefed by our E100, which is kind of funny. After the 279 nerfs, I don't know what they were like before, so it's hard to say. But I will say this about the tanks, is that I feel like the 260 was definitely a lot harder to grind for the missions compared to the 279E. That's just me. But I think a lot of it has to do with playstyle as well, honestly, because the 260 had a lot of more. I felt like a lot of the medium tank missions were a little bit more difficult, where the 260 and the 279E, their heavy tank missions were the 279E missions were easier, is what I meant to say, compared to the 260. Same thing with the light tank missions. The light tank missions just felt a lot easier. But I think the 260 light missions I finished a lot quicker, just because I had the EBR. And this one I had to grind for the G-SOAR, the regular one, the Tier 9 light tank. And I'm just saving up credits for the Manticore at the moment, which is very interesting. So, a very interesting battle. I've never have seen quite a battle like this in a long time with this positioning. Of course, we're going to get stunned by artillery, rightfully so. Our E100's a one-shot. I'm not sure why he's doing that, but he does end up killing that E5, which is huge. Just kind of trying to keep an eye on things, keep tanks from over-poking and seeing if anyone makes a mistake. I honestly am thinking about pushing the Eskalonk and pushing the Yo, because as far as we know of, there's no one really else there. And they've got a lot of their forces kind of just spread out along the map, which is kind of a bad thing. They could pincer us if they did it right. They very easily could. If they killed the Conqueror hiding in the E5, especially where the E5 is, the 50B up there could easily kill him. I tried to take a shot. Wasn't worth it, unfortunately. Had a little pixel of his cupola. I'm gonna keep trying it here. I'm kind of wondering where their Waffenträger went and where the rest of them went, because we haven't seen any of them here, at least here in the south, for a little while. So I'm kind of nervous about that, just because I don't know what they're doing, if they're rotating all the way north or if they're getting ready to push south. If they push south, it's a good thing for me because I get damage, but at the same time, I'm not sure how much I trust our Caro or our or our can opener for that matter. Sorry, that was a mouthful. So, very interesting to see. Very interesting game. I've never had us lose east that quickly. At least when we're from the north spawn. The south, kind of understandable. I definitely feel like it's harder to push towards the north side when you're on the south spawn in this field, because there's a lot more cover and there's more bushes on the north side here. Towards the south, it's just kind of open. There's a couple buildings, but it's hard to rotate around that area, unless if you're in like a really fast tank, like an EBR or even this tank. This 60 TP is gonna be a paid actor, and yeah, that's pretty much what happens. This guy is trying to outplay a 260, which is not exactly a good idea. Dude, get a nice shot there on his cupola. That puts us just over 3k damage. So, not too bad so far. Pretty average game. And I'm very surprised with how long our E5 survived there. Like, the 50B up there in the north is not overpoking. Same thing with, I forget what else is up there. I think it's a 121B or E50M, I think is what it says. So, I find that also very interesting. And at the moment, just kind of a stalemate. Not a whole lot going on. I kind of tunnel vision for a second there. I'm lucky that this 260 didn't see me, but he is trying to bait me as hard as he can. He is a one-shot, so if I kill him, that's going to really help in the long run. Because right now, we are currently down 2,000 HP, which isn't significant, but it's definitely enough for them to win if they do it correctly. I do decide I'm just going to be patient, aim at the 260's cupola. Missed it, unfortunately, but, you know, kind of a risky shot in all honesty. I would have been really lucky to hit that. I'm going to give it another try, and we end up bouncing. I think it hit the side of his gun mantle. I think it shot a bit low there, but I am going to try again here. Our Caro has come back, and yeah, he's gaming. We do end up hitting the cupola on the Object 260, and that is huge because that is a very good tank. He's a very big threat, and now that that's gone, our chances of winning, I wouldn't say are like hugely increased, but it's definitely going to help in the long run against him. So now I decide, I see the O. He completely misses, which is very lucky on my part. And I missed my shot as well because it's a snapshot. Nothing surprising there. Since the Yo's kind of occupied now with our 60, I want to try to see, maybe I see it's just the Liska that's down there, and also potentially the Phoenix is still alive, the funny Waffentrager, and I am going to try to see if he's still here. I have to be very careful because he can kill me in like 3 shots. Thankfully, Argudas has come to join us. I'm going to try to help him a little bit. I know he's just as terrified as I am. Unfortunately, I missed the cheeks on the E50. I think I hit his gun there when I shot him, which is very unfortunate, but I'm going to back off a little bit just in case the Waffentrager comes back. And unfortunately, Argudas is also stuck kind of in here with me. I'm going to try to see if the Waffle's here, see if he becomes a paid actor. I was kind of expecting him to be here, and I believe he is still here. I think he's just kind of where the E50M is there on the corner. Dodge another artillery strike because Artie's bad at aiming. You don't know how he missed the broadside of a barn, but it's fine. For me, I guess. And now I've decided I don't really feel comfortable pushing that just yet, so I'm going to try to see if maybe I can find this 50B. And I kind of drive idiotically there for that, just not paying enough attention, and the 50B does put a shell into us. He is kind of scared. I'm going to load a PCR just for the shell velocity, and I also don't really want to waste heat on a 50B. Not really worth it, so I'm going to see if he pokes again, and I believe the E50 actually rotates back with him, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not exactly sure how he does that. I think he probably goes down the 3-4 line, because the Udas can't really spot him unless if he gets up close to him and proxies him, I don't think. Is kind of what I was thinking, because, yeah, the E50 does rotate over here eventually. There's the Patton. Unfortunately, he stops, so it bounces and hits his front upper plate at an angle, which is very unfortunate. The 50B does move up, and now I'm going to decide, since that 50B is pushing, that thing has to die. He's probably going to kill our Conqueror and our artillery very easily. And, oh, I'm wrong, it's not the E50 that rotates, it's the T100. We do find the Waffle, and that also just has to die. We do get a nice shot into him, kind of a nice little high roll there. That leaves him down to 1 shot. And the Udas does kill him, which is huge. I see the Liska. We need to take him out as well. That's another kill for us. We're at 5k damage right now. And that puts us at 4 kills. And I'm just going to push up. This E50M is pretty much toast. We can easily kill him. And I know the Yo is also a 1 or 2 shot. And this E50, if he dies, is huge. That's also another very lucky shot. And, yeah, this poor E50 is, he kind of just surrenders at this point. So we do get a little bit of a ram into him. And, yeah, I'm not sure if it was worth the ram, honestly, but I probably shouldn't have done that. But it does end up paying off. There's the Yo. This Yo is singled out, so killing him as quickly as possible is crucial. And he's also going to be another paid actor. And I hit his track, so, you know, it's fine. I do know where the artillery is. I'm going to face hug this Yo because I don't think he can really... He's firing HE like a moron. I don't know why, but it's fine. I'm going to try to kind of protect my cupola, but I should out-reload him. But thankfully, our Udas does kill him. I'm going to go kill the 50B because he can win this very easily. The artillery we know just fired, so we keep driving. And I believe the actually, no, I think I killed him. The Udas kind of baits him for this, but we do kill the 50B. That puts us at our 6th kill, and we're at 7k damage, so very, very nice. Now it's time to go find that clicker. Let's see where he is. Where do you guys think he is at? So we know he last shot... Oh, sorry for the voice crack. We know he last shot me at or at, like, probably roughly around, like, K9, K0-ish is probably most likely where he is. And so, just to make sure he's not rotating north towards the field here, I'm kind of driving like this, because I should spot him. I don't think he's faster than me. You know, I know he's one of the most mobile artillery, but, you know, he's probably not going to outrun me. Our Udas is going south, thankfully, which is huge. So I'm just double checking the artillery. Do you think we're going to be able to kill him in time, guys? What do you guys think? I want you to kind of comment down below what you think if we're going to hit the pier. The 261. I think, if I remember correctly, I think it goes up to 40 or 50 kilometers an hour. I could be completely wrong, but I do know the artillery is here, roughly, if I haven't seen him yet, and there it is. So we know he is here. Gonna aim the shot. He's kind of just giving up. And there you have it, with a 3 seconds, 4 seconds, give or take, left. We end up with 7.5k damage, 7 kills, and a little bit of assistance. So not too shabby at all. Let's go have it and see and look at the end game results. Let's see what we did here. Okay, so very nice game for us. Very sweaty, pretty good battle for us. End up getting our first ace tanker in this tank, which is very lovely, as well as securing the first mark of excellence. I was kind of surprised to see that, in all honesty. We got the Top Gun medal for our 7 kills, and we didn't hit any blind shots and got no blind assists, so pretty much stuck where we're at. Very good battle. Very interesting battle, to say the least. So, how did the teams do? Looks like their Yo played the best on theirs, so did their 50B. Bliska Viska also tried, and the Phoenix also tried. Their 260, he had an okay game, a little bit below average. And then our Caro also did pretty good. He ended up getting 4K. Conqueror, or the can opener, I'm sorry, was definitely trying. And everyone else just kind of did mediocre. So not a bad battle at all. We end up with 1,526 base XP. Very nice. And it looks like the top on theirs was their Yo at 629. So overall, pretty happy with this battle. If like I said, if you guys want to watch the last, if you guys want to watch this live, my live reaction, I will leave a link down in the description so you guys can watch that, and I'll leave it linked to the time and stuff like that. That way, it's easy for you guys to watch. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little replay video. Thought I'd share this with you because I found it very fun, very interesting. It was a great way to end the stream yesterday. I'm going to do another stream here very quickly after this video uploads. I don't know if I'm going to do WOT or FS. I'll probably do FS in all honesty. Just have a break from WOT. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.